So this is the Eeboo, Eeboo is the brand. It's a puzzle called Positivity, and it is a circular puzzle. I tend to not love circular puzzles. I do much better when I can actually see the shapes of the pieces that I'm working with. And obviously with circular puzzles, that can be a little bit of a challenge, actually just seeing what the pieces are and how they fit together. This, on top of that, is a particularly challenging circular image. So generally, when I talk about circular puzzles, I'm doing the Ravensburger Circle of Colors, creatively named. Germans are not known for creativity, high quality, but not creativity. Basically, this Circle of Colors series is great because you can actually use the colors and the gradient as a guide to how the pieces fit together. You can't do that with this one, unfortunately. So the image is of a woman wearing a cool hat, and then lots of flowers. And as you see, I was able to kind of spot the woman's face and pull that out pretty quickly, but I'm really struggling to sort other pieces. There are a lot of very repetitive color chunks in here, and it's just making it very hard to actually know what I'm looking at. So generally with circular puzzles, the trick is to start from the middle. I'm not starting from the middle. I'm starting a little bit from the outskirts. And the reason for that is that I was just having a ton of trouble seeing the difference in the shapes in these pieces. So generally, if you can see the difference in the shapes, it's pretty easy to work from the outside. I'm not doing it very effectively. So continuing to just try to work through this puzzle, I've now been able to figure out the woman's face and a little bit of her shirt, but I'm still struggling to really get other chunks built. So there are a few flowers that had that more distinctive yellow color, but other than that, just not really seeing much. So I've now been able to finish more of the border. Part of the reason that you generally don't do the border on a circular puzzle first is that you have the sort of color guide, and the border is quite large and unwieldy to work with. In this case, I actually did the border because I was struggling to see other pieces. And you'll see now, basically I've gotten only the woman in her face and most of the border done now, but I'm starting to dramatically speed up. I realized that the puzzle was not actually as large as I thought it was. The woman's face was a higher proportion of the puzzle than I thought, which meant that it was great to start with the woman's face in that it helped really cut down the amount of pieces I had to do later, but on the other hand, also made it more difficult in that I did try to bite off one of the most difficult parts of the puzzle first. So I'm now starting to much more effectively connect in a lot of the color chunks that I've built. So I'm speeding up dramatically as I start to see, oh, here are some flowers and here are some stripy bits. Now really just filling in the remaining pieces. You can see it's pretty busy up top. There we are.